G'day everyone. I've got a replay today from the Eagles Rising tournament. This is game 2 in Helvetian-vs-Dullboy. And I'm joined with a special guest today, and his name is Monstro das Portes.
Oh, yes.
And he'll be helping.
Yes, I am Monstro das Portes, and thank you so much, Granitor, for receiving me here. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
No worries, bro. It's a pleasure having you here, and been a long time coming to do a co-comm with you. And I'm going to go over the build of Helvetian, who's brought iceni. And for his general, he's got the heroic nobles. And the gen skill is battle rhythm, second wind. And then he's got some chosen spearband on the right, some chosen swords, some spearband. And then for his cav, he's got veteran riders. So he's got 4 of them buggers. Then on his left flank, Levy Threeman, chosen spearband. Out the back, some chosen swords, heroic nobles, 3 of them, including his gen, sword band, and some Britain slingers, 3 of them. So if you want to go over the Dullboy's build before they hit the line.
Will do, for sure. Well, first of all, we got what seems to be a really promising match, like high-tier factions. And it's quite weird to see such a faction in the group stage. Like Suebi is one of the factions which you can use only once in the entire tournament.
Exactly.
So it seems like a bit of a desperate move to keep staying on the tournament. Yeah. Anyway, on Suebi's left flank, we got a Germanic Scout Rider and 2 Kimberly Bowmen backed up behind a wooden ice spear. For the general, we have a swordsmaster with a Nari Vestas general. Of course, it's yeah. We also got 1, 2, 3, 4 Bloodsworns with the Berserker, 1 Horse Runner, 2 Germanic Slingers. They are probably the most cost-effective slingers in the whole game. Spear Wall, wooden spear, and on the right flank we got 2 Germanic Scouts Rider going straight from the back behind the enemy lines. We got 2 Germanic Scouts Rider backed up by a Riders of the Hunt. This is a really good combo. So you can basically tie down one of those veteran riders and fire with the Germanic Scouts. I would say it could be cost effective. And this is an interesting build. It can do a lot of damage in the right hands.
Exactly, yeah, and we've got a charge coming in now. The veteran riders have hit the spear wall, so that's an interesting choice. But he's done a lot of damage, but lost a lot of men in the charge as well, like lost half the unit. So that was a very risky manoeuvre there, going into the spear wall. But then he's backed up by the chosen spear band, and on the right flank, on the left flank, sorry, we've got the Levy Freeman up against the spear wall, and it's actually doing some quite good damage, surprisingly. Jeez,
probably he misclicked the charge or something
yeah.
Like that. Probably. Oh, we already got a breach in the center. Levy Freeman breaching in with the veteran rider. This is very dangerous because that heavy mass cavalry can do a lot of damage, and it does. It sure does.
Definitely does. Then in the middle, we've got the heroic nobles up against the Bloodsworn, and backed up by the sword band, which is going to punch through any time now. And then on the cav out the back that we were talking about with the Germanic Scout Riders and the Riders of the Hunt, I've already got out the back line and Pepper in the back of the chosen spearband and already routed the Levy Freeman.
I think Helvetian is playing a bit risky with his cav. I think he should spare at least 2 of those units for late game or until cavalry advantage is obtained, so he can freely catch the enemy skirmishers. Yeah, but he seems to be doing pretty well anyway. That veteran rider got a really clean charge on those Bloodsworns, and they are doing indeed a lot of damage. It's just a bit sad to see those Britain slingers getting routed at this point of the battle.
Exactly, yeah, they misclicked and got a bit too close to the line, I think, there. But in the middle now, you can see the chosen sword band up against the swordmaster. And they're having a hard time. Same with the heroic nobles now. They're going to get flanked. But then Helvetian backs up with the other heroic nobles, and he's starting to go into the swordmaster general there.
He's taking advantage of that breach with those veteran riders. This is exactly what I was talking about, waiting for the opportune moment to chase those enemy skirmishers. And this will, for sure, swing the tide of the battle into Helvetian's favor.
That's exactly right. Now he's got the veteran riders out the back. He can ping pong through the rest of the Germanic scouts. The Germanic slingers, and then come back and chase off the Germanic scouts with his cav as well. So, because they're sitting in the back line having some free shots at the moment.
I don't think I have seen Ariavestas charged yet.
I was looking for
which is quite sad because that was a build with a lot of killing potential. Those Blood-Sworns and those Berserkers with fast charge on them would do a lot of damage. So
yep.
I don't know what happened. No, I really don't know what happened.
I can't. I was looking for it myself, but I can't see it. I couldn't see it at all, so I'm not quite sure. But now it looks like Helvetian's got the upper hand, definitely, and now he's getting the rear charge onto the general unit. But then these Germanic scout riders are going to come into their own now in this broken play. With the broken play, they can go in, get the Briton slingers and pick off all the skirmish, which will kind of help him out a fair bit, because these Cimbri bow women are still on the field. Then he's got a Germanic slinger that's come back as well, so we can use that if Helvetian doesn't catch it with that veteran rider who's got an upgrade. He's done a great job.
I would say most of those Germanic scout riders. Maybe one was used to good effect, as we can see now. He's now killing those Briton slingers, but at least two of them in the back of the battlefield have been successfully screened by Helvetian with those levy freemen. He's been doing a pretty good job so far screening off those two scout riders.
Yeah, it's just been.
And finally, he hits Pride. I don't understand why he hits fast charge now, but charge. As for the pride ability, I think it's very opportune to do it. Maybe we should have done it a long time ago.
Yeah.
But hey, better late than ever.
Exactly, but the fast charge was nullified because the general was standing still. So, yeah. It wasn't really effective at all, but I think he's just realised, holy shit, I haven't pressed fast charge yet.
Yeah, so, sad to see that.
It is, because that was an engagement taken by Helvetian. He's come straight in, you know what I mean, and he didn't back off at all and wait for the fast charge, so he could have really used it to full potential there. But now it looks like the general unit's going to go down.
I think we're going to see really soon a mass rout here. Well, I think this was not the best use for suebi, because all he ever had to do was to pin down the enemy infantry line with those cheap, not cheap, but really cost-effective spears, and hit fast charge on those swords, and he would basically melt down the enemy infantry line.
Exactly right.
And there you go, mass rout, army losses kicking in.
Yep, kicking right in. But yeah, he did do a lot of damage to heroic nobles, but the heroic nobles got 2 upgrades each, so they've done their job on the expensive units. So we'll end the replay and we'll have a look at the stats here. So if fast charge,
go over iceni?
Yeah, I'll go over iceni. So for Helvetian, his general 118 kills, stuff all losses, so that was excellent. For the veteran riders, 2 of them really well. One got 273 kills, one that was mopping up all the slingers, so that was an excellent job there. And the other 2 didn't get too many kills. He's used them not so good, but you know, it makes up for it. He's got them other ones that got a beastly amount of kills. His slingers done well. The Briton slingers, 70 kills on one, 28 and 10. Then you've got the chosen spear band. They've put in a good little showing there. You've got 70 kills on one. And then chosen sword band, they've got 152 kills and 70 for the other one. And then the 2 heroic nobles, 222 for one and 127. Then his levy freeman doing the levy freeman shit, but one got 59 kills, which is surprisingly well. Probably on that spear wall it hit there. And then the spear band, 21 kills, and the sword band, 35. So that's all around pretty good effort by all the troops there. So if you want to go over suebi for us, bro.
Of course. Okay, so although Swordmaster got only that few kills, he got an 2 XP chevron, which is quite interesting. He's probably been fighting up against those heroic nobles, or probably he gave those XP chevrons prior to the battle. As for those Germanic scouts, they didn't get that many kills because they were not given the opportunity to chase down the enemy Briton slingers for most of the battle, and Blood Swans getting not that many kills, but they're only 400 talent, 400 talent units, so you don't expect a lot of them unless you hit fast charge on them. Then they will do a lot of damage. So one of those wooden spears got reasonably acceptable kills, although I would like to see over 150 kills to make themselves pay, to make them pay for themselves. But it wasn't a suebi play. He had a really good army for suebi, although I think he had a bit too much regarding his skirmish contingent.
Exactly.
But he had a lot of killing power on those berserkers and wooden and bloodsworns all combined together. All he had to do was to perform the 1-2 combo, tie down with the spears and follow up with those bloodsworns in fast charge. Yeah. That would have done a lot of damage.
I'm surprised not to see another swordmaster in there, but at least another one would be handy.
Yeah, it would. Only if it's just to get a little more holding power and more damage done on the charge. Yeah. They are the only downside about those swordsmaster are their medium mass.
Yeah, true. Exactly true. But yeah, used with the fast charge, they are lethal. Very lethal units. I don't know. Yeah, them spear walls. I've never had faith in them spear wall units. They've always been a bit funny for me. So, but yeah, that's a good game. Anyway, that's 2-0 to Helvetian there. He's played very well in these battles, and Dullboy's boy's done all right. You know what I mean? He hasn't done too bad, but yeah, just a few little mistakes like the not using the fast charge, and that let him down in this battle. Yes, thank you very much for joining us for the CoComm, bro. I appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And until the next one, we'll do another CoComm, I think.
Of course. So, always.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the battle. And leave some likes for old Monstro dust board dares. And we'll talk to you soon. See you.
I'll see you guys.